What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning. This is gonna be some added commentary, some new commentary to a video I did about LiAngelo Ball and about his breakup from Nikki, right? Reality TV personality. Apparently, she is trying to show everybody that she has moved on by getting into a relationship with a guy who apparently is still dealing with another woman. And this woman went public and she's upset. The dude is trying to deny there's any relationship. Nikki doesn't care because at the end of the day, who she really wants to be with is LiAngelo Ball. But LiAngelo Ball has moved on, which is why she seems to still be fixated on him. But she has to show that she can move on. But the thing about a lot of women is they don't really, especially if a woman who's had kids by a guy, it's a lot more difficult for them to move on. In some instances, it is easier, but when you're in the public eye, right? I noticed that women in the public eye who tend to date another man in the public eye and they have children by that guy, it's a little more difficult for them to move on. Not because they're single mothers. We see single mothers move on all the time. But because LiAngelo had found a second career as a rapper. And she wants to be a part of that, but she isn't, because again, she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. That would have been right up her alley. And maybe she believes that her connections helped cultivate LiAngelo's career, only for him to not only sign a record deal, but go on to date another woman. I don't think she's over that, and she's out here trying to pretend like she's moved on from LiAngelo when she has not. Now she's dealing with a guy that apparently has another woman. He's denying it, but these dudes lie all the time. So let's get into this. Nikki, a new relationship goes up in smoke just as quick as it was announced. LiAngelo Ball's baby mama has once again found herself the center of online drama after debuting a new romance with rapper entrepreneur Mozzie versus, I think that's how is that his name? I have no idea. Their courtside appearance at a Miami Heat game on March 8th quickly went viral. A woman came forward accusing Mozzie of being a liar, a cheater, and a clout chaser. She shared alleged text messages in which he begged for multiple chances after cheating. According to her, Mozzie recently promised to retire and settle down with a ring. Whenever a dude says that, he is straight up lying. Only for her to discover his new romance. Listen, this is nothing new to her. Nikki has always been dealing with men who have other women. And this, she's always in those situations. But in this situation, if you look at this guy, he looks just like LiAngelo. So she has a type, and also he's a rapper entrepreneur. Whenever you have to put entrepreneur next to rapper, then that person is not very well known countrywide, right? Maybe in the city of Miami he's well known, or South Florida, the area of South Florida, but I hadn't really heard this person. Mozzie quickly fired back on Instagram, dismissing the accusation. "I ain't cheating on nobody. How am I cheating if I'm not with you?" he wrote. Meanwhile, Mudarris seemed unfazed by the controversy, declaring that she's ready for her best summer yet, while the woman continues to warn her. The buzz comes weeks after Muddarris made headlines for a public feud with her ex LiAngelo Ball, the father of her 2 children. Listen, ladies, whenever you're dating a rapper, he's never just going to be with you. Okay, understand that. Expecting a monogamous relationship from a rapper entrepreneur is very dumb and very naive and very ignorant. But that is how a lot of these women are. Let's go back to the beginning of this Thursday. Now, that's them at the game. That's them at the game. Look like they're just on a date, but they know each other. I wouldn't be surprised if she's known him for a while. He was in her phone, but once the relationship with LiAngelo was over, she calls him. Because y'all got to understand, women always got men on standby. especially when they're married or in a relationship. And for you dudes who think that your wife or your girlfriend don't have a dude in already waiting for her to go on a date with or date after you, you are literally out of your mind. Okay? Especially if he's willing to trick. Oh, he's showing off rented jewelry. Let's see. Again, showing up like who gives a shit. All right. Now, these dudes both are lighter complected. They got the beard. She's looking for LiAngelo and other men. Have y'all noticed, like, when these women break up with a guy, they go and they date a guy who looks similar to their ex, and you heifers wonder why you can't move on? See, us as men, we're not fixated on a type. We really don't have a type. We just like attractive women. Y'all be stuck on the same dude and you try to find that in other men. That's him and his quote unquote girlfriend, which again, you heifers are dumb. If you think that these men are going to be faithful, these rapper entrepreneurs are going to be faithful to you, you're crazy. That's in 2024. Now, again, these two could have broken up, and maybe it's hard for her to move on because she think that she about to come up with this rapper, and he's like, he's still out there in the field. This is from her. His girlfriend says, Mozzie, you the male version of gorgeous doll, delusional and clout chasing. Hashtag I know you. I don't know you. And that's the text messages they shared. Oh man, you dudes be out here singing. Y'all be out here singing in these text messages, wanting these women back. But y'all gotta keep it player. I thought you dudes got game, and y'all be keeping it player. That's another more of the text messages there. Listen, ladies, stop believing these dudes. These dudes are with you until they find somebody that they actually want to be with. They're rapper entrepreneurs. You need to just look at it as an open relationship. You look at it as an open relationship. You don't have a monogamous relationship with a rapper entrepreneur. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna work. You're delusional to think otherwise. So we're not together, Mozzie. We're not together, but you were crashing out over Future. Oh, so he was crashing out over Future. Listen, bro. Listen, maybe that's why he broke up with her. He think that Future got with her. I don't know. We weren't just looking for apartments in Miami to move there. You didn't just tell me earlier today that you wanted to settle down and get married, but we're not together, Mozzie. Okay. Remember that when you're blowing phone up crying for me to come back, but we're not together. Okay, see, so we're not together, but you're lying to me saying that you're on a boys trip. Okay, William, do what you do best. Go cap online. We need to talk about that rented jewelry too. You really thought blocking me from your IG store I wasn't going to find out you really that delusional. He also said he was on Pop the Balloon only because they paid him and thought it was good exposure. I told you that Pop. Let me tell y'all about Pop the Balloon. Pop the Balloon is nothing more than a sideshow. It's no different than the dating shows of the early 2000s, right? Y'all remember those dating shows? It's no different, but it's just a lot more ratchet and weird. And there's a theme to it. It's a way to make a lot of you women look bad. A lot of them dudes look bad too, but mainly you women. More of the text messages. I just want y'all to see this, just to see that you dudes, man, you got to keep it more player with these women, because you can't be out here. See, Future would not be doing this talking about he gonna put a ring on it. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's why he's about to lose your woman or him, you know? And this is from Nikki. She says, this is a post she put up. I'm not gonna read it, y'all can see it. She's basically said that she's gonna have a good time this summer, you know. And this is him. He says, I ain't cheating on nobody. How I'm cheating if I'm not with you? Well, he's probably going to be back with her when Nikki kicks him to the curb, because that's what she does, because she don't really want to be with him. She really wants LiAngelo, but LiAngelo has moved on, at least for right now. And again, a lot of you dudes, y'all get with these women get with you because of what you have and who you are, not because of who you are as men, as individuals. Let me say this about Nikki. Nikki's where she is because she thought that she was going to be able to settle down with LiAngelo. I do believe that. You don't have, because again, she didn't have any children before him. I think that she thought that she would invest into LiAngelo and help nurture his rap career in her mind. And she thought that she could be his rapper girlfriend or rapper wife. And that is not what happened. You know, he didn't really like her like that because of her attitude. I think that behind the scenes, I think she's a lot to deal with. Publicly, she seems like a lot to deal with. So I know privately she's a lot to deal with. You got a BBL'd, you know, surgeried. I mean, this chick is a surgery veteran. She's a veteran of the surgery game. And, you know what I'm saying, when you peel back the layers of all the surgery, you realize that this person is not who you thought they were, because you're looking at the outside. You're looking at all the work that was done, and you thinking that she's this attractive female who's cool to hang out with, and then you get with her and you realize, I don't think I can grow with her. And that's what he thought, because y'all remember how he got pushback when he got into a relationship with her. And he stayed with it as long as he could. But once he realized that his rap career was really about to take off, whatever y'all might say about his rap career, there are people who like his music because he's doing something that you wouldn't expect a dude from the West Coast who grew up in the suburbs would do, right? And it is caught on. It's caught on, and you know, he's moving in a different direction, and he ain't taking her with him because. And I just think that he's probably been wanting to leave her for a while now. And she knows this. And this is why she's trying to date these other men to try to find her LiAngelo Ball replacement. And it ain't working. She says she going to have a good time this summer. She's going to be harassing this dude this summer. I'm telling you right now, that's what she's going to be doing. So let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts, like this video, and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.